Welcome back to Freerider. This morning we are at Morgan and Wacker Harley-Davidson right in the heart of Brisbane. Morgan and Wacker was named Australia and New Zealand Dealer of the Year last year, and it's easy to see why. Check this place out. There's a huge floor space for bikes, plenty of new and used stock, great merch and gear shop, and a team who really care about their customers. Brisbane is known to have some of the best weather and best roads for riding. And thanks to Morgan and Wacker and Harley-Davidson Australia, I get to jam out on some of those roads on this guy, the Harley-Davidson Breakout. Today we're going to do things a little bit differently. I'm taking the Breakout for a ride, but I'm coming back here to Morgan and Wacker to meet today's guest. He's won just about every AFL medal under the sun and is an absolute legend, Simon Black. Simon has won 3 premierships in a row, a Brownlow medal, a Norm Smith medal, 3-time All-Australian, Merritt Murray medal winner, was the captain of the Brisbane Lions, is in the AFL Hall of Fame, has coached, is a football analyst, had his own academy, and in his spare time played Aussie Survivor with me. Simon's never really been to a Harley-Davidson dealership before, so I'm pretty excited for him to check out what it's all about. In the meantime, I'm going to hit this ride from the CBD to Wivenhoe Dam. If you want to try the ride out, it's available on the H-D app on your smartphone. You are too babe. I don't know what to do with you. What I love about the Breakout this year are all the chrome finishes. You get the hardtail looks, a big 5-gallon fuel tank, drag bike style that wants to hit it hard at the stoplights, but has great handling for the twisties. 117 Milwaukee 8 engine, heavy breather, and shotgun exhaust bring you amazing mid-range torque. There's a reason the Breakout is Australia's top-selling model. It looks killer and is just plain fun. This route is well known to local riders, and for good reason. The roads are in great condition, there's hairpin turns, there's long sweepers that the Breakout has been eating up, and there's cool places to stop like the Wivenhoe Lookout. All up, this route is about 2 hours and change if you're doing it from Brisbane, and we have to head back now to Morgan and Wacker to meet up with Simon. Simon, welcome to Morgan and Wacker. I'm on the staff now.
Wow. I heard you just got employed a month.
Well, yes, I've been working very hard. So. You want to take a look around?
I'd love to.
All right, let's do it. So this one is what I rode in on today, Harley-Davidson Breakout 117.
Wow, amazing to be on top of and ride this.
It is amazing to be on top.
Dave, great to see you, brother.
That was a good find too. Really got that good flat.
It was solid. So good to see you, mate.
First time in a Harley-Davidson dealership. What are your impressions?
Oh man, like you walk in here and you can feel the power. You know, you hear the bikes on the road and you hear the power and energy in them. And when you walk into a dealership like this, you can really feel it.
I find it really fascinating your opinion on Harleys and bikes as someone from the outside looking in, because for me, bikes have always been a part of my life.
Yeah, I've always seen the grace and beauty and the power and thought, wow, that's pretty darn cool. Just fun, like just really, really fun. And so who's to know down the track, mate, whether I don't, get into bikes as time goes by.
Well, I've got my sales shirt on, mate, so you know to go to if you ever want to pick one up.
Employ them up, right?
When the floods came through Brisbane 2 years ago, there was about 2 metres of water in this dealership. Talking to the dealer principal, Stephen, said that resolve for the team to come together, move the bikes out, is what saved this dealership, and that team unity was what led them to win Dealer of the Year last year.
Yeah,
so
wow.
they came back from those floods bigger and better than ever. Can you speak to me a little bit about team and how important it is as being part of one of the greatest teams of all time, like what that means when you're trying to do something great?
For me, from a football sense, it was around building relationships outside the football club that are on a deeper level. For us at the Brisbane Lions, we had a real tight-knit group that a lot of guys weren't from Brisbane initially. We had a lot of guys that were interstate, and we needed each other because we didn't have family. So you drag each other out of those tough times together. The Brisbane Lions team of the early 2000s we were strong, we were close, we were connected, and the big moments in the big games, that was the real difference. We didn't want to let each other down. It comes back to relationships and connection.
Yeah, I mean, relationships are super important in all those, whether it's team, whether it's community. Community's a big part of motorcycling, that kind of brotherhood, people riding together, looking after each other. And I'm sure that translates also to football.
Yeah, 100% it does. And it's giving of yourself, that old saying that I heard many years ago, where energy goes, energy flows. And if you give a bit of yourself, it sort of comes back.
So on that note, you've pretty much won every accolade there is to win in football. Once you've experienced those highs and then you've finished with your football career, like, how do you fill that gap?
I think it's around that purpose piece in your life. What's driving you? What's making you get out of bed and giving you real passion in your life? And that's critical. That's key for whatever it is.
So what are you passionate about at the moment?
Well, I'm really passionate about teams and people and leadership, really. That's something I've really enjoyed working in since I retired, trying to work out what they're passionate about and their direction and purpose in life. So, yeah, that whole team, people, culture space I really enjoy.
Let's talk a little bit about the mental health space. You're pushing towards working more in that space.
I think mental health, it's really important for us all to remember that, you know, it's a continuum. You know, you have your ups and you have your downs, and it doesn't matter really, I feel, who you are and the successes you have in life. We all have our struggles and our own challenges, and we're all going to have lows. And what are some of our key anchors to be able to help drive us out of those things, and passions as well. And that's why, you know, our hobbies and our passions are really critical to help. I was lucky to have a great father who taught me the value of goal setting at the age of 14 as my athletics coach, and I still now regularly write down things that I find I get enjoyment from. And if I haven't done those things for, you know, an extended period, I realise that I need to do them for my own mental health.
The most important question, Simon, you had a bit of a look around the dealership. What bike stood out to you the most?
Oh, brother, man, that's a tough question. But the one behind you, the Breakout,
yeah,
that's
very convenient, Simon. This episode has the Breakout, making my job much easier.
That's epic.
Yeah, they're beautiful bikes. Speaking of beautiful, you are a beautiful man. Thank you so much for chatting to me today, man. It's really, really good to see you again.
Likewise, mate. Thanks for having me. Great to see you, bud.
Well, that's it for today's episode. For more information, head to www.biketalks.com.au, and remember, ride free.